A major announcement: new shirts on sale. SB 357. They come in black and white, and in different shapes and sizes. And we have the shirts with the logo up there, as you can see with the silhouette and the black shirt. And you can get them at the Instagram pages right here. Follow the Instagram page, and don't forget like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoy the video. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kevin Side doing another segment, Mind My Money. On today's segment, Mind My Money, what I just want to talk about is, y'all. So, like, recently, y'all, I've been going through a few events, and I just been wanting to take it back to, like, life, y'all, because in these events, y'all, what I kind of notice is about life, because we know Mind My Money, I always talk about certain life events and stuff like that. And what I was basically just getting out of these events was just basically pretty much saying, like, yo, isn't it ironic how God foreshadowed things in front of your face and you don't really pay attention to the signs? And I know, like, I'm not the only person that notices that, but I'm just saying, like, when you sit back at it, be like, man, how didn't I see the signs of those things, or how I didn't see things coming up, when in reality it was all right in front of your face, and that God was pretty much telling you, like, hey, this may occur, or hey, these things, certain events are going on for you to see that, like, there's a possibility that something might be changing, or something might shift your chain of thought about certain things. And that's what I just want to talk about is, y'all, because I think we all have had events where we just like, man, if I would have just paid attention to those signs, or if I seen these signs coming, I probably would have moved a little bit differently. I probably would have changed my perspective about how I'm going about things, because that has happened to me recently, y'all, where I was just like, dang, if I sit back and I just look back at it, I'm like, yo, the signs was already there. They was already in written proof for me just to move differently, or act upon differently. And sometimes, like, even when God foreshadows things, he's probably just challenging you to see if you still gonna stay that course. Like when I had videos where I said, yo, sometimes God is saying you're gonna stay the course. And in certain instances, sometimes God foreshadows things where he's giving you a moment where you might be like, hey, I said I was going to, like, say, for instance, forgive others. And then you in a moment where you seen someone, or you seen something where you had to just learn how to forgive them. And then going like, hey, now you in another moment where you might have to learn how to forgive someone else in a certain moment. So how do you work on that when you're seeing it in front of your face, and it's coming upon you in another situation? And just those events of, like, God foreshadowing things like that, like I said, that has happened to me recently too, where I had to, like, oh snap, I seen someone I had to forgive, and I'm working on forgiving someone else right now. And it's just like those events, y'all. I'm just saying, like, God foreshadow things in your life sometimes where you're going to be challenged, and you're going to be able to, and them signs are coming upon you where you're just going to have to, like, oh, I gotta change my chain of thought again, or I gotta being able to get back to those chain of thoughts that I said I was going out to set out to do. And so, like, this video is, it's a medium-sized video. If you don't get anything out of this video, is sometimes God give you signs that you don't pay attention to until you finally in that moment. And so it's just taking that time just to realize that, like, hey, you got to step back and to see what God is actually telling you in that time of the period of that time phrase. And so this is a, like I said, a pretty decent video. But with all that is being said, y'all, this is Kim Sites on another segment of My Money.